Hare Krishna. So, welcome to Corporate World with the prayers on my screen. You can repeat with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guruho Shukta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sarvana Punatamritam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगत्ते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरंगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी विश्वभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिय वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधु वैवच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome again. So we have been discussing Gitartha Sangraha, which is summary study written by Sripad Yamunacharya, who is spiritual master of Sripad Ramanujacharya, from the Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya. And we were discussing the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So let's get over there. Hmm. Hmm. So he says, Yoga Abhyasa Vidhi Yogi Chaturdha Yoga Sadhanam Yoga Siddhi Swagayasya Paramyam Shashte Uchate. Shashte Uchate means Shashte is 6th chapter. Krishna is saying Yoga Yoga Abhyasa Vidhi, the procedure to perform Dhyana Yoga. How to perform Dhyana Yoga, basically. So in this chapter, actually, the yoga mentioned is Dhyana Yoga. In the previous chapter, it was Karma Yoga, but here it is Dhyana Yoga. Yogi Chaturda. So there are 4 levels of Dhyana Yogis. Yoga Sadhanam, the means to the key means of this yoga. Yoga Siddhi, the goal of this yoga, how to achieve that. Swagayasya Paramyam. What is the topmost yogi? So Krishna ends the chapter with the topmost yogi. So we had discussed till verse number 28. Before that, I just want to recap what is this Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana Yoga is, there's one verse, we'll go from that verse. Dhyana Yoga is just like the verse says about Dhyana Yoga. So Krishna says in this particular verse, number 11 and 12, he says how it is done. So to practice this yoga, one should go to a secluded place, a pious place. A pious place, a dharmic place, not a adharmic place, and should lay kusha grass on the ground and then cover it with the screen and soft cloth. The soft cloth is actually silk cloth. So it makes it soft, it makes it steady, and comfortable. Then that seat should not be neither too high nor too low. If it's too high, when you climb down, you may fall. If it's too low, others may disturb you. Then the yogi should sit very firmly and practice yoga to purify the heart by controlling his mind and senses and activating and fixing the mind on one point. Um, yeah. Then he should hold his body, neck, head erect in a straight line and stare steadily at the tip of the nose. Tip of the nose. Keep your eyes half closed, half open. If it is fully open, one will keep looking at the nature and whoever is walking here and there in front of that. If it is fully closed, then one will go to sleep. So therefore, half open, half closed. And then where to see that? Because it is half open, at tip of the nose. Then in an unagitated, subdued mind, devoid of fear, completely free from sex life, one should meditate upon me within the heart and make me the goal of life. One should basically meditate. The first meditation is meditation on oneself. First is the meditation of oneself. To understand that we are separate from the body as a Atma. Then slowly it moves to Paramatma and then finally to Sri Krishna Bhagavan. So this is the process. So it's a basically you can say it is the Ashtanga process, the Yam Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Dharana, Dhyana, and Samadhi. So there are Ashtanga Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, that is 8 limbs of yoga. So this is what Krishna is also recommending for a Karma Yogi to do. Now he cannot, now Karma Yogi does karma also. So when he will do, mostly in the morning time before sunrise. So before sunrise in the Brahma Murta time, he will do this meditation. In that meditation, first he will meditate on oneself. So this Ashtanga Yoga process is first meditating on oneself. Now we'll go in detail what it means by oneself and all. So we went into many more details, and so today we will discuss about the 4 levels of this yogi, Ashtanga Yogi. So verse number 29. If there are any questions, any comments, you can always interrupt me and ask. Sarvabhutastham Atmanam Sarvabhutani Chatmani Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma Sarvatra Samadarshinaha. So first of all, to do this yoga, one should have Samadarshana. Samadarshana means to see equally. Now, in our previous chapter, 5th chapter also, the Samadarshana was there. Okay. Third chapter, fourth chapter. Yeah. Samadarshanaha. So there are some details to this seeing equally. So first is to see things equally. Things equally means what is mine and what is others. What is others, I won't see it as mine. Meaning, one will see stone and gold to be same, because that gold doesn't belong to me, so for me that is just a stone, like that. That is samadarshana. That is on the level of things. Then level of people, especially women, to see all women as mothers except one's wife. And then is now the atma sarvabhutechu, seeing all living entities as spirit soul. That is also samadarshan. And Krishna gives in 5th chapter also. He says, we had opened this, but I closed it. He says, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Swapakesa Pandita Samadarshanaha. He sees equal vision a learned, gentle Brahmana, cow, elephant, dog eater. Okay, so unless one comes to this Samadarshana, this meditation process is very struggling. It's very difficult. So one has to come on this level of equality. Now, what is the minimum equality that he should come? So that is explained in this. He says, a true yogi observes me in all being and also every being in me. Indeed, the self-realized sees me, the Supreme Lord, everywhere. So in Sripad Ramanujacharya's explanation, he says this Sarva Bhutastham Atmanam. The word that is then a Sarva Bhutastham Atmanam. Here in this case, Prabhupada says to see the Supreme Lord everywhere. And Sripad Yamunacharya, he says Sarva Bhutachatmani means to see all living entities everywhere. All living entities everywhere. So that is a another meaning to this verse. Another meaning is that to perceive the Jivatma existing in all living entities as the Jivatma I am in my own body. Okay. What that means is to see that, okay, I'll show you from our PPT, which will help. Okay. So first point is, we know from the 2nd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, I am not this body. Okay, body is the outer covering, and my reality is the spirit soul sitting inside. So this is the first understanding of Atma Sakshatkar on the process of moksha or spiritual realization. First understanding is I am Atma. I don't die. I live eternally. I go from one body to another. Okay. Second is, at this point, he sees Sarva Bhutatma. He sees that all these living entities that I see, animals, reptiles, devatas, other human beings, they are also this very similar. Meaning they are also spirit souls in different bodies. So this equality of vision is what? On the spiritual platform, where he sees spirit in everyone. Okay, Sarva Bhutatma. That's the word used here, right? Sarva Bhutani Chatmani. Sarva Bhutastham Atmanam. So in everyone, Atma is situated. Stham, it is situated. Just like Atma is situated in oneself. So Atmani. Within me, it is situated everywhere else also. Sarva Bhuta. Everywhere else also it is situated. Stham. What? Atma. This is first level of Samadarshana. To see Atma everywhere in all the different bodies that are there in this material world. Does this make sense? So he is meditating with equality. Now his equality has increased, that okay, I am not the body, I'm Atma. And then he perceives that everyone else is also in a similar situation, that they are also not the external body. The elephant is also not an external body, they are sitting inside Atma and driving the body of the elephant. Just like my Atma is driving this body of a human being, similarly the Atma in elephant's body is driving the elephant. The Atma in another human's body is driving the another body, like that. Does it make sense? Any question here? So this is the first level of meditation. This is the first level of samad dhyan yoga. Hmm? So therefore, it starts with meditating on the self, that is Atma, and then coming to understanding that everywhere else also there is Atma only. Okay, in different bodies also there is Atma. Just like if there is rice, if there is cooked rice, if we touch one grain of cooked rice and if it is soft, then we know that all other grains are also cooked and soft, isn't it? Same way, just by knowing that I am Atma sitting in this body as a driver, similarly in every other body there is other Atmas sitting as a driver and driving their own bodies. Getting? That is the first level meditation. So this is the first level. Now next level. Any question here? Any question here? Okay. यो माम पश्यति सर्वत्र सर्वं च मयि पश्यति तस्याहं न पश्यामि न च मे न प्रणश्यति. Second, for one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, I am never lost nor is lost to me. Now this is very interesting. Second level, he sees that where it is. Second level, he sees that I am not just alone here. There is Paramatma also, four-handed form of Vishnu. Okay, he is super soul. So there are two souls. I am one soul. There is another soul also, and he is controlling this whole world. That personality is also there as Paramatma, and that Paramatma's qualities and my qualities also same. I am eternal. He is also eternal. Papa Punya doesn't touch him. Papa Punya doesn't touch my Atma also. So he comes to this understanding that Paramatma's qualities, my qualities, there are some similarities between the two. So he sees there is a similarity in all Atmas on the spiritual on spirit level, but also there is similarity with Paramatma also. Just like Paramatma is apahata papatma, meaning he is not touched by sin or any piety. Similarly, the individual Atma is also not touched by sin or piety. Piety means pious activity, punya karma. Atma has nothing to do with punya and papa. How he comes to know that? Because Paramatma has nothing to do with that. Paramatma is never affected by punya and papa. So then he understands, okay, my Atma also is not affected. All these Atmas in other bodies also not affected. It's a higher understanding. Hmm? So therefore he sees some similarity between Atma and Paramatma. First he saw similarity between his Atma and all other Atmas around the world. Now he's seeing similarity between his Atma and the Paramatma that is sitting within his body. Now what happens is the Lord is very happy with such a yogi, because now the yogi is connecting with the Lord with that Samadarshina. He's connecting with that understanding that okay, I am also spirit soul, Paramatma is also a super soul, super spirit soul, and he is not touched by papa and karma. I am also not touched by papa and karma. So now he's connecting with the Lord. Just like, we may sit in an aeroplane and there will be hundreds of people in there. Now all of us are Indian. The moment we see another Indian, we'll feel happy, right? Okay, there is one more Indian here. We'll see some connection, right? Hmm. So, so same way, the Lord is happy that seeing that He is now connecting with me. Hmm. And the Lord says that He is not lost. I am not lost to Him. There are two things He says. First thing He says, Tasya aham na pranashyami. The Lord is never lost to such a person. Because now the yogi is connecting with the Lord. He's seeing Paramatma everywhere. He's not forgetting Paramatma. Then the Lord says, I am also not lost to him. The yogi is always in sight of Paramatma. Why? Because now the Lord is also liking such a person. Now finally he's coming to me. Finally. Just like a parent will love their baby and continuously look after the baby. Similarly, now the Paramatma will look at the soul. Why? Because now the soul is looking at him. So he's reciprocating. The Paramatma is reciprocating. Okay. A few things here. In chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, Krishna explains to Arjuna how he is in everything. Hmm? How is he in everything? Let's see if I have a PPT here. Um, okay, I don't have it here, but in the PDF I will definitely have. I'll move faster here a little bit. 10th chapter. No? Okay. So this is the 10th chapter. So if we say um, okay, this is the one. Krishna says in 10th chapter, of all the demigods, I am Indra. From the Adityas, I am Vishnu. I am from the Maruts, I am Marichi. From the Rudras, I am Shiva. From all the sages, I am Bhrigu. From great thinkers, I am Ushana. From the stars, I am the moon. From the mountain, I am the Meru. From the immovables, I am Himalayas. From water bodies, I am ocean. So what is Krishna saying is that he is there in everything. Everything in devatas, in qualities, in sages, in nature, in human and kings, animals and philosophical truth, law and crime, Vedic mantras. He's there in everything. Okay, 10th chapter is to see Krishna in everything, and 11th chapter is to see everything in Krishna. What is 11th chapter? What is this? 11th chapter. Virat
Virat,
Roop.
Virat Roop.
Yeah, Virat Roop means what? Krishna shows the universal form, and Arjuna sees that everything, earth, water, fire, devatas, everybody is inside Krishna, going in the mouth of Krishna, coming out of Krishna, right? So in the 11th chapter is to see that everything is in Krishna, and the 10th chapter is to see that
Krishna is in everything. Yeah,
Krishna is in everything.
that's true, Prabhu.
So
Yes.
yeah, so this particular verse also says the same thing. I am not lost to him, he is not lost to me. Why? Because he sees Paramatma everywhere. And how he sees? if he sees, let's say, if he see fish, then when he will see shark, he will say, here, the shark is the fastest and the topmost fish. That is Krishna. When he sees lion, then he says, this is Krishna. Krishna is like this. It's the sublime nature of this lion. When he sees subduers, then he says, time is the greatest subduer. Like that. So this is how he sees Krishna everywhere. Then Krishna says, he's not lost to me. He's not lost to me means I also don't stop looking at him. I also don't stop looking, but I like this guy. I like this person. Because finally, after many lifetimes, he's turning towards me. Simple example, if a parent, he has many children, and one of the child runs away from home, and somehow the parent tries to find him. After finding him, the child says, I don't want to go back, I don't want to go back. But one fine day, the child says, yes, I will go back, but I will take some time. The parent comes to know that his child is going to come back. What will the parent do? The parent will keep a watch on his child till he comes back, right? When he was lost, he was trying to find him. But now that he agreed to come back, the parent will make sure, will keep 100% watch on him, that when he really comes back. So the Lord is also very much in love with such a person who connects with him, sees him everywhere. Then the Lord is also watching at him, like that. Okay, so that's the second level. Now third level. सर्वभूतस्थितं यो मां भजति एकत्वम अस्थितः सर्वत्र वर्तमानोपि स योगी मयि वर्तते. Such a yogi who engages in worshipful service of the super soul, knowing that I and the super soul are one, remains always in me in all circumstances. So now here, in the previous stages, in the previous two stages, he was having realization in his meditation. Okay. Sarvatra vartamanopi. So when he was doing yoga, when he was doing Dhyana yoga, that is the time he was understanding two things. One is that I am Atma, everybody else is also Atma. There is Paramatma, and Paramatma and me are having similar qualities. Okay. And once his dhyana is done, then he would go and do his karma. But higher level is sarvatha vartamanopi. That means even after doing this dhyana yoga for the rest of the day, he is able to keep the same thought process, the same realization he is able to keep. That I am Atma, everyone else is Atma, there is Paramatma in everyone, there is Paramatma in within me, and we are having similar qualities. Okay. Previously, that was only restricted when he was doing meditation. That whole understanding was restricted when he was doing only meditation. Whatever, 30 minutes, 40 minutes meditation he was doing, that time he was thinking about Atma, Paramatma and everything. But now, higher level is, even after the meditation is done, when he's doing his normal work in this world, that time also he is able to realize. That is higher, right? Isn't it? That is higher than previous case. That even in practical life he is able to have this realization, not just while doing meditation. So that is even a higher advanced yogi. And Krishna says, because it is little higher, now he is doing more devotional kind of service to me. Hmm? Because he is able to connect with Paramatma at all times. So it is little more intense now. Previously it was only for that 1 hour, 2 hour, 30 minutes. Now it is 24 hours. So he's Mam Bhajati. So now he's doing devotional service to me by having this connection with me. Now, next level above that. आत्मायो आत्म उपम येन सर्वता समां पश्यति यो अर्जुन सुखम वा यदि वा दुखम स योगी परमो मतः. Now, previously he was having these realizations, okay, and he was having samadarshina, soul, super soul, everybody's spirit, samadarshina. This was having, okay, and he was having it throughout the day. Now, if something else happens in throughout the day, what happens generally happens sukham and dukkham. These two things always happen, right? Success, failure, heat, cold, happiness, distress. This is our everyday experience, isn't it? One of the other will come, or both will come. One in the morning, one in the evening, like that. So sukham, dukkham, both will come. Okay, but he's able to he's able to be samadarshina to sukham and dukkham also now. Meaning in his practical life, he is unaffected to sukha and dukkha. That samadarshina is even higher than the previous one. Let's say you all are doing meditation or focus. Let's say you're focusing on your work or your studies and somebody disturbs you. Then you will get disturbed, right? Like if a loud music is there, hundreds of people walking, talking around you, you'll definitely get disturbed, isn't it? But let's see, if a person doesn't get disturbed by all this, then we will say that he's perfect now in concentration, right? Just like in sometimes in Olympic games, I'll show you. They play this game now, shooting. Hmm. What do you see here? What do you see? This is Abhinav Bindra, long time back. He won gold
What is it?
for America. So what do you see here? He's shooting, but do you see something else on his face?
He is very happy. Like
No, no, happy is fine. On his face, what all you see? You see
he
all
is
these
having that
binders, this cap,
equipment. He has, yeah, visor for concentration
to focus, right?
to focus. Yes,
So he's using all this to focus.
correct.
Okay. But now there was one person who won silver in recent Olympics. Yeah, this person. What do you see in him? Is he having all these kinds of gadgets around his head?
Nothing ordinary glass. Yeah.
So he was more appreciated than everyone else. He became
Right.
very famous after this. Why? He was also shooting and they were
Mhm.
also shooting. But look, he didn't take the help of any other thing. Can you see this? This is to
Yeah.
close one eye, this is to focus on the goal, right? Then
Yes.
some people use
Yes. Yes.
a lot of other things. If you look at Abhinav Bindra, what did he use? Very interestingly, they will use. You can see so many things to just keep his focus and avoid the distractions.
Yeah.
But now compare this silver medal guy,
Mm. Very casual.
very casual, because he has already perfected now. So now this yogi has disturbances in his life, and that is also he's able to tolerate. That is also he's able to samadarshina. that is also he is able to see equally. Then he is topmost, right? Then the previous yogis.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's why Krishna says, Sa yogi paramo mataha. Parama mataha. My opinion is such a yogi who is tolerating even sukha dukkha. Okay, he's seeing samam. He's got samadarshina. But even in sukha dukkha, he is able to get saman darshina. Then he is even more power topmost, right?
Yes, yes.
Among the above ones. Because sukha dukkha can really affect a person. If I tell somebody to do meditation, but even his life, something bad has happened, then that is going to affect his meditation, right?
Sure. Yes.
So somebody who is not affected by all these things, then we will say, okay, he has achieved a higher state, isn't
Mm.
it? So this is what is the highest dhyan yogi, who will overcome even sukha and dukkha. Okay, that is the equality that he has achieved. Now there are a few more explanations about this topmost yogi. First thing is, again recap. Previous verses Samadarshina was what? I am spirit soul, everyone else is also spirit soul. Next is I am spirit soul, there is Paramatma, he is also spirit. Karma doesn't touch him, karma doesn't touch me also. So everything is during meditation. Next is Sarvatra. At all times, one is able to have this equal vision of Atma Paramatma. Okay? Now, Sukha Dukkha will come in life and that will disturb all this above three. Right? But one who is undisturbed, even in Sukha Dukkha, that is the highest person. Now, how to be undisturbed? That is the question. For that, Krishna says, um, one should see his own happiness and distress the same as he sees others' happiness and distress. Very kind of confusing statement. Hmm? But let me explain. This is from Sripad Ramanucharya, who explains that there is a neighbor. In the neighbor house, there is a birth of a son. The neighbor will definitely be happy, right? Because son took birth in his family, isn't it? How much happy
Yes, yes.
you are after seeing this? His happiness will be on top of the world. On the scale of 0 to 10, it will be 11, right? That is the happiness in the neighbors. But what will be your happiness from the scale of 0 to 10? What do you think?
Like 8, 9, like that.
Okay, in some case 8, 9.
Depends. Yeah, depends.
Depends.
Like
Now let's
depends
say
on
this
the.
neighbor is not so close to you.
Then maybe it may not matter. Like 3, 4, like that.
3,
Okay.
4, even 1 or 2, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now let's say there is a neighbor in 2 buildings away whom you have not met, but you
Mm.
got a WhatsApp message. Son is born in my family. How much happy will be you on the scale of 0 to 10? Possibly
See,
0 or 1, right?
0 or 1, yeah, probably because there is no interaction. So
There is no connection.
there is no connection. Yeah.
Okay. So Sripad Ramanujacharya says that whether there is connection, no connection with your neighbor, you are not so much affected by his sukha,
Mm.
right? Now let's say some dukkha happens in the neighbor's house.
Yeah.
He says highest dukkha is to lose one son. So if a death happens of a son, again you are not so much affected, right?
Yeah.
If you are not affected by other sukha and dukkha, don't be affected by your own sukha and dukkha.
Mm.
Now you get?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just like you are not affected by other sukha and dukkha, same way don't be affected by your own sukha and dukkha. This is a higher understanding this yogi gets. This yogi gets that this sukha and dukkha is only for my external body. My real Atma has nothing to do with it. Same way, I am nothing to do with sukha and dukkha of my neighbor or somebody else's in this world. Therefore, if this sukha dukkha comes in my life, I won't be affected. Just like I am not affected by sukha and dukkha of other people's life. Now I won't be affected even in my own life. So this is a higher understanding of a Dhyana Yogi. And Krishna says this is the topmost Dhyana Yogi. Okay. Any question
Mm.
here? Hmm? We'll read again. Just like you are not affected by other sukha or dukkha, the same way don't be affected by one's own sukha and dukkha. This is higher level of meditation, higher level of spiritual realization, um, higher level of yogi. Okay. Therefore, Krishna says, such a yogi among these dhyan yogi is the topmost. Sa yogi paramo mataha. Topmost yogi, according to my opinion, is such a yogi who is unaffected by his own sukha and dukkha. Getting?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So four levels. One is while doing meditation, he is understanding I am spirit soul. Everyone else is also spirit soul. Second level is while doing meditation, he is understanding I am soul. Everyone is a soul. And there is a Paramatma. He is super soul. He is also spiritual. Nothing touches him. Nothing touches me. Nothing touches means karma, papa doesn't touch me.
Mm.
So this is all while doing meditation. Third level is even if not doing meditation, for the rest of the day also he is carrying the same realizations. Therefore, he is able to see Paramatma everywhere. Fourth level is while meditating, while not meditating, he is having equal vision of Atma, Paramatma everywhere, and disturbances come in his life. Biggest disturbance is what? Sukha and dukkha, right? Even
Yeah.
that time he is not unaffected. Even that time he's able to keep his samatva, he's able to keep his equal vision, he's equipoised even in that situation. Krishna says that yogi is topmost. Which yogi is topmost? That yogi in the dhyan yoga category. In the dhyan yoga category he is topmost. Okay. Any question before we move forward?
This is clear, Prabhuji. This very, very, very like confusing statement, but now clear.
Okay.
Now clear.
Yeah, just remember this one statement.
Mm.
Just as we are not affected by other sukha and dukkha, same way, this particular Dhyan Yogi is not affected by his own Sukha and Dukkha. If he has achieved that level, Krishna says it's a great level. Now, Arjuna Vacha. How many of you feel this is little tough actually? Getting to this level, even thinking about these things are also tough.
Yeah, even probably level one itself is very tough.
So now Arjuna is also asking the same question. It is tough, Krishna. He says,
Oh,
Arjuna Vacha, yoyam yogas tvakta prokta samyena madhusudana etasyaham na pashyami chanchalatva sthitam sthiram. He says, my mind is very chanchal, Krishna. It is very passionate. It is restless. It is not stable. It is not sthiram. It is not situated in one place. It is moving here and there. And you are telling me I should get this samyena, this samatvam, four levels of samatvam you explained. I should do all this and see my mind, it's not, it's running here and there. How will I do this? Krishna, this system of yoga appears to be impractical, unendurable to me, for the mind is restless and unsteady. So he's asking our question. Our mind is not even fixed in material things. What to speak of spiritual things? Even in material things, we are disturbed, isn't it?
Hmm.
We are not able to focus even in our material things. What to speak of spiritual things? Now, Arjuna has asked this question 5,000 years ago. So you can imagine, even that time also people were disturbed. Today we are super disturbed actually with social media, Instagram, YouTube. Uh, you will see this common complaint by everyone. Once I start seeing YouTube shorts, I don't know when to end. 1 hour goes, 2 hour goes, I don't know how to end. Same
Yeah,
with
Prabhuji.
Instagram, same with so many things, right? So
Yes,
even in
yes.
our material thing, we are not fixed. Then what to speak of spiritual things? चंचल ही मन कृष्ण प्रमाति बलवधृतम तस्याहम निग्रहम मन्ये वायुर इव दुष्कुरम. So he says more things about his mind. He says chanchalam we talked about, yes. Pramati, it churns the mind, it just makes the mind upside down, you know, brings in lots of thoughts. Like example is from mantra. Previously, Kaikai was very happy that Ram was going to become the king. But then Mantra came and said so many things that, her mind became disturbed and she started thinking, Ram should not become king. My son should become king. Bharat should become king. So mind can change, right?
Yes.
So it is Pramati, Dridam, obstinate, takes your attention away. Nigraham, subduing it is very difficult. More difficult than controlling wind. Somehow we can control the wind, but not the mind. It is too difficult. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. He says, Ashamshayam Mahabaho Mano Durnigraham Chalam Abhyasena tu konte Vairagyena sa kriyate. So Krishna also accepts, yes, yes, you are right. Obviously, undoubtedly, certainly, very difficult to curb the restless mind. Very difficult to curb. But it is not impossible, okay? It is possible. So, going back to our summary verse, yoga sadhanam. Yoga sadhanam means, what is the means then? If mind is so disturbed and all that, what is the means? Practice and detachment, abhyasa and vairagya. These are the means. If you do this, then you can achieve, okay? You can achieve. Like children, your son, daughter in 10th grade or somewhere, they may see at the IIT, JEE or NEET syllabus and then they'll say it is very difficult. But then what will you say to your son or daughter? Yes, yes, that is true, it is difficult. But if every day you study little by little, little by little, little by little, after 1 year you will become expert. You will overcome it. Right? Do you agree?
Yes, Prabhuji, yes. It happens.
Same way Krishna is saying, certainly, asamshaya. It is difficult, I agree. But abhyasa and vairagya, these will help you in achieving the goal. You practice and detach from social media. Then NEET is possible. So therefore, sometimes we see the NEET toppers or IIT JEE toppers, what they'll say, or the UPSC toppers, they'll say, na, for last 2 3 years, I didn't see any video. I kept away my mobile far away, right? So
True,
some
true, Prabhuji.
detachment they will show. Then they will say, I studied minimum 8 hours a day, and I played also 2 hours a day. Both I did. So abhyas and vairagya. So now here what does abhyas and vairagya means? Here in this context, in Bhagavad Gita context, what does it mean? Sri Sripad Ramanacharya, he explains abhyasa means to think about the nature of the Atma, to understand that I am not this body, I am soul, and this soul is indestructible. This soul is not bound by karma, gunas cannot touch it. It is part and parcel of Krishna. This is abhyas. And what is vairagya? Vairagya is to think on the dosha of the material world. Dosha means faults. There are faults in this material world. What it is? First of all, it is very temporary. Okay. We all know that one day, we have to leave this world. Our possessions will remain here. Every day we are seeing so many people around us living and all that. Everything has to be kept here only, including relationships. Not just possessions, including relationships, everything stays here. How temporary is that? It's like the same feeling of sitting in an aeroplane or a train or a bus, and when the next stop comes, half of the people get down. That is the only relationship you had for that 1 hour, half an hour, or 15 minutes. It is so temporary. Second dosha, second fault in this material world. Things are very difficult to obtain. You have to put a lot of hard work, right? A lot of hard work we have to do. Third is, even if we obtain it, that same thing will give us pain. That same thing will give us pain. So I have this nice pictures. Let me show you. We have seen this multiple times, but every time it is very interesting. Hmm. This person, he looks at advertisements of new mobile or iPad. Then when it is launched, he rushes to buy it. He buys it on a loan. Then he runs around showing to people that he has it. He sleeps with it. Everyone is so happy looking at him that you have bought this thing. Then after 1 year, the next product comes. Okay. Then everyone else is having the new product, but you are having the old product. So now you want the old product. I mean, now you want the new product. For that, you will take more loan, and finally you will have it. And the moment you will have it, next time a
Hmm.
new product will come.
Cycle starts. Yeah.
Mm. So what's the point? That even after obtaining, there is pain. First of all, things are temporary. Second thing is difficult to obtain. Then even if you obtain it, that same thing will give you pain, right?
Yes.
So this abhyas and vairagya, if we do, then we'll have our mind grounded and we can then focus on the spiritual path. Okay. So Krishna says this abhyas and vairagya is very important in the process of yoga, Dhyana yoga, and every other yoga actually. Karma yoga, Jnana yoga, Dhyana yoga, Bhakti yoga. This thing is required. The abhyasa and vairagya. Hmm. Last verse. Asanchayatmana yogo dushpara iti me matihi vyasatmana tu yatatu sakho avaptum upayataha. That this upay that I had given in the previous chapters, which is of karma yoga, take to that upay, take to that solution, perform karma yoga. That will help you to control the mind. It will reduce rajo and tamo guna. It will reduce passion and ignorance in you. On top of it, do abhyasa and vairagya. Do this contemplation. Then avaktun shakya, meaning definitely you will get success. Definitely you will get success. How do you feel after hearing this? How do you feel? Krishna says, okay, and your son or your daughter hears from you. Every day I have to practice little by little, little by little. I will achieve this whole syllabus of IIT JEE exam or NEET exam. What do you think your child will say after that?
He will be motivated, Prabhuji, like highly motivated.
Okay, he will be motivated, but then he will ask, what if
Mm.
I don't achieve? In
Yeah,
spite of putting this, what if I don't achieve?
that is.
Okay, Arjuna asking same question. Arjuna Vacha. यथा हि श्रद्धयोपेति योगश्चलितं मनसः अप्राप्य योग संसिद्धिं कम काम गतिं कृष्ण गच्छति. Oh Krishna, what is the destination of unsuccessful transcendentalist
Mm.
who in the beginning takes to this process with faith, but later due to worldly mindlessness is not able to attain perfection in mysticism. We may start this yoga process, but if we don't complete it halfway only, then what will happen to us?
Mm.
He gives a very nice example. Kachit nobhya vibratas chinna brahm iva nashyati apratishto mahabhavo vimudo brahmana patih. Oh mighty armed Krishna, does not such a person who is bewildered from the path of transcendence fall away from both spiritual and material success and perish like a raven cloud with no position in the sphere? What's a raven cloud? Uh, Raven cloud meaning. Let's give me some cartoon. Huh? Let's see if this gives some Raven cloud. Raven cloud means there is empty sky and there is only one cloud in it.
Mm.
Okay, we'll say what is this guy doing here? Neither he will give water and what he will do, right? Just he is coming here and there. So Arjun is asking same question. He didn't achieve success, okay, but he didn't even achieve material success also, huh? He didn't achieve material success also because let's say there are two paths. One is the path to heaven, one is path to Swargaloka. I will go to Swargaloka and I will enjoy. But here he becomes interested in spirituality and then he says, I will take to spirituality. Okay, he has given up the path to yoga. I will take to this path to spirituality to moksha, and that also is half done. Na swarg mila, na moksha mila. I
Mm.
am now this raven cloud. I am this white cloud in this whole sky. I cannot even rain.
Mm.
I am useless. Technically, he's saying that. What happens to him? That question he asked because generally in a Vedic system, in any kind of karma kanda yagya, one does sankalpa. Okay, in that sankalpa, he thinks that I will go to this heavenly planet. Therefore, I am doing this. Okay, and second thing is I have to finish this. If I don't finish this, then I will go to hell because it is incomplete. Now, in this yoga case, also similar thing is happening. He is not doing this with the intention of going to heaven. Okay, so definitely he won't go to heaven. This is what Arjuna is thinking. Definitely he won't go to heaven because he's not thinking. The Vedas say that you should at least have the sankalpa to go, na? Then only you will go. But now you don't have the sankalpa, so you're not going. And now you're half done. If anything in Vedas, if you're half done, then you can go to hell. So am I going to hell? Unsuccessful yogi. He's not going to heaven. But does that mean he's going to hell because he didn't complete? This is Arjuna's question,
Mm.
right? Practical question. Hmm? Practical question. Why I'm not able to complete? Because it is difficult. Because so many desires are there in my heart. They will sway me here and there, right? So Raven cloud is like a cloud which got came out from the company of other clouds, and he's now wind is now throwing him like a football in the
Mm.
sky. Na ghar ka na ghat ka, like that kind of thing. What happens, Krishna? Tell me. This is my doubt. एतान में संशयान कृष्णा चेतुम अर्हसि अचेतः त्वद अन्य संशयास्यस्य चेतन ही उपपद्यते. Krishna, you can only dispel this doubt completely. I don't see anybody. Why? Because you are the one who is pratyaksha. He knows what is going to happen.
Mm.
Okay, he knows what has happened. Sometimes we make anuman. Our whole life we keep making anuman. Some person is some person is very pious person, very punya atma. So we'll say after he died, we'll say he went to swarga, swargavasi ho gaye.
Mm.
And some criminal dies, then we'll say वो तो नरकवासी हो गया. Did we actually see are they going to hell, heaven or hell? No, right?
Mhm. Nothing.
So
Nobody.
our
Nobody.
life is like this only. Anuman गया रहेगा उधर. Probably he went there. But Krishna is not like that. He is pratyaksha. He knows where did the soul go. So therefore Arjuna is saying, Krishna, you can only give me the right answer here. What happens to this unsuccessful yogi? Okay.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we'll stop here, and next week we'll continue to discuss what happens to this unsuccessful yogi. So, any questions or comments? Any questions or comment anyone has? You can ask now before we close. Any question or any comment? Unmute yourself and you can ask. Any question? Okay. So, no questions. So